Roma stepping in real quick before this episode begins. I want to say hello. Thank you for having me back. It has been far too long. It has been almost 2 fiscal quarters since I have been on live doing things, podcasting. It has been rough out here, but I'm back. I'm crawling out of my hole. I've been cooking in the kitchen or underground. And we are slowly shifting towards visual formats, towards YouTube. So this episode was recorded, intended for YouTube. So there is some references to me gesturing at stuff visually, even though the episode is on an RSS feed on the podcast format. If you wanted to look at it, if you wanted to watch it, go to YouTube. I have the link in the description. If you're happy in this podcast format, enjoy the episode as best you can. Thank you for having me back. I missed you. Kisses. And I look forward to the season 5 of the Hyperfixation. Thank you for my little interjection and enjoy the episode.
Hi, I have something very important to talk about today.
Bear behavior.
Good morning, everyone! Bears are known to attack people who run away from them. Scary, right?
Oh, I don't think this is what I was wearing earlier.
Wow. Sounds dangerous, Gloomy.
Okay, I think it's time now.
That juice looks scary. If anyone sees you like that, they may call animal control.
Sit right here for now. Okay. Hi, my name is Roma. I use the they and them pronouns, and I am the host of the Hyperfixation podcast. I am here now visually instead of auditorily only. And that's because I have a presentation for you. I need to talk about this. But before I actually talk about it, I have to do like a precursor. You know what I mean? Like I have to kind of, in like a documentary, like the person will talk about like without any prior knowledge of it. No, that's not it. I wanted to talk to you about what I know before I learn things. Does that make sense? This very, let me turn this. Today I'm going to do this video. Not me now, but me later will know things. Me now don't know things. I'm going to learn about what the heck this guy is. What's his story? Why does he exist? Where did he come from? I asked YouTube, and YouTube had a thing that I didn't watch yet because I had decided I'm going to make this a journey. This is going to be a journey that you are going on with me. First question, who's this guy? This is Gloomy Bear. This is a gray Gloomy Bear. Gloomy Bear, it's this. To be very honest, if you don't know what this is Gloomy Bear. This is a variation of Gloomy Bear. Gloomy Bear. So the year is 2009. I saw a thing at an anime convention and I said, this is going to be a core part of who I am for the rest of my life. But I fucking don't know what it is. Okay? Is a pink bear, canonically, who has big old claws, right? And he is a naughty grizzly. And that's kind of all you get. You get the idea that he is cute, but he is not safe. You are not safe. Correction. He's fine. I've decided I'm going to do a deep dive on this young man here because, quite frankly, it's occurred to me that I have loved this young man for years, for the majority of my consciousness, like from early middle school to now. I have loved Gloomy Bear, but I have not known what he is. What does he represent? Who did he vote for? It's important. And so, how did I even get here? How did this even happen? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I'll tell you. It was my birthday, and I was going to the mall, and I went into a Spencer's Gifts, and in the Spencer's Gifts was this man on the shelf, and I said, I need him. I need a Gloomy Bear because I lost mine that I had back like a decade ago. I don't know where it went. I need him. And I was surprised to see that in our year of our Lord, 2024, that Gloomy Bear was on the shelves. Now, with Hello Kitty makes sense. You know, I would say that he's in a Sanrio type department. You know, he's cute, he's very round, but he's like spooky, you know? He looks like he just hurt somebody real bad. You know, I can understand like companies like Sanrio and Hello Kitty branding that it would do well still forever. I have no idea if Hello Kitty will ever fail as a brand. It's just iconic. I think this guy is iconic for goths like me who have bats on their wall year round. So I just kind of accepted that. I was so happy to see him in the store. And I also got a matching backpack because I have problems. Still not knowing what the fuck he's about. And I had decided in that moment that you and I are going to go on a journey together and figure out what that is. I have not figured out what that is. I just kind of wanted to do a preamble before I knew what was what. So how did I get here? I went to the mall and I saw Gloomy Bear there in the year of our Lord 2024. And I don't know what his fucking deal is. So we're going to learn that today. Let me start with the year is 2009. I went to an anime convention and I got a little bear. I got a little Gloomy Bear, but it's his little feet clipped onto your belt loop, you know? And his butt was a purse. Like you unzipped his butt and you could put a phone in there. So he like hung upside down, like where it looked like he was laying on your leg and he had his little claws hanging. It was very cute and it was pink and I saw it at an anime convention and I thought it was the best thing ever. And I had it for years. I skimmed through a lot of old photos and found that I still had him through 2012. So, I had Gloomy Bear for a while. I have no evidence of him existing past 2012. Yeah, I have no evidence of him existing past 2012. So whatever happened then is why he's not here. And I'm really upset about it. But I still loved him. I would think about him frequently, you know, where the fuck did that go? So of course I go to the mall. I see this boy. I see the backpack. And I said, I need to know what the fuck's going on. So I went to YouTube. YouTube had like nothing except for the canonical TV show that came out in 2020. There is a canonical miniseries that was animated in 2020. And then just a bunch of unboxing and reviews of Gloomy Bear products. There was like one video. I'm going to have to look it up now. I can't speak out of my ass. I can only clap. What? History of Gloomy Bear. Gloomy Bear. So here's what we got here. We have Maury Chack explains the history of Gloomy. This is on the Gloomy Bear channel. It's a 4-minute and 8-second video. I have not watched it. So there's an official explanation of his history, and then there's this mini series that has English dub and sub, which is cute. I'm gonna subscribe to that channel right quick. But I'm gonna come clean. I did watch a few episodes of the 2020 animated series. But I watched just enough to get a general idea of what the vibe is. I've not finished it. And so far in the series, from my understanding, is that Gloomy Bear was a little baby cub and his mama went to get cigarettes and never came. This boy, his name is Pity, Pity, like we have pity for him. He's this little guy, blonde hair, blue shirt, and he had a teddy bear and his mom threw it away. What a bitch. So he swore to himself that he would never abandon like a bear or teddy bear, some shit like that. From there, this boy finds baby Gloomy, this little pink bear, and goes, "That's my boy. That's mine. I birthed him. He's mine." And takes him home and raises him. And I guess he was, fine enough. The bear loves pomegranates. So I want to clarify here that this is not human juices, pomegranate juice. He loves pomegranates and he's a messy eater. He loves pomegranates and says he's a messy eater. So he's a messy eater. And that's how Pity gets to connect with Gloomy for the first time, is giving him a little dish of pomegranates. And Gloomy was like, fuck yeah. Like, give me more of this shit, my guy. And then stuck around. So he trained him as much as, a child, I'm assuming. No, I don't know. I don't know if Pity's a child. I don't know how old Pity is, but Pity looks like he lives alone in an apartment. So I'm assuming he's a working adult now with his not working grizzly bear. And so Gloomy is this big ass bear now. Like he was fine, I guess, as a cub, but when he got older, he is a wild animal. Wild animal in your home. I don't even know if Pity's like licensed to have this bear. This bear lives in the house with him. Like the couch is like fucked because of this bear. But he just like this bear's his roommate, pays no taxes, has no W-2, no rent, anywho. Yeah, so this guy just has his bear in his house and is like accepting being absolutely fucking mauled like once a day by this bear. Like this bear grew up as a wild animal and does not know how to he's not domesticated. He's just cute and deadly. So that's why he's Gloomy the Naughty Grizzly, because he keeps mauling his owner. And his owner's just like, it's a Tuesday. But the series is just kind of a slice of life energy. Like it looks 2D, but it's 3D animated, which I think is really cute, which is really aesthetic. And I'm not mad about it. It's very cute. Like they did a great job with it, especially with how the characters are designed. But it's just day-to-day bullshit. Like, for example, Gloomy and Pity are watching TV, and Pity is like reading this news thing that's like, hey, by the way, don't run away from a bear because they'll want to kill you, I guess. And Pity's like, Gloomy's never done that. To which immediately, for comedic relief, the mailman rings the doorbell, I guess. And he's like, I got a package, or I've got food delivery. I can't remember. Either way, Gloomy was like, this bitch is running away from me, and fucking kills the man. He kills the man. Which in like cartoon world is like fine. But in IRL, what the fuck? Can you imagine? I just have a grown ass grizzly bear in my house and just continuously get fucking mauled on the day to day. I'm taking this far too seriously. I feel like this is like the ultimate cat owner. You know what I mean? Like, aside from somebody who owns like a tiger, like I feel like grizzly bear owning is batshit insane. So that's about the extent of what I know about Gloomy Bear, is that the plot line is we have Pity, we have Gloomy. Gloomy beats the shit out of Pity, and they continue to live. But I need to know more. I need to understand why. Why is it like this? How did this start? What the fuck's going on? You're going to join me on this journey. I'll see you on the flip side when I know things.
Give up teaching you how to shake.
I return with this. So I went to Five Below, and at Five Below, they had this puzzle to put together. I have one that I received as a gift from my coworker that is Luffy. And that took me forever to put together. So I think it'll be cool to put it together while I'm telling you my findings, but I won't be touching all this plastic because it's loud. Little blood. And his claws are on here. These are the instructions. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch. Okay, so let me open these up. Step one. So Gloomy Bear. I don't know if I could do this at the same time. I can't use my whole brain like that. So Gloomy Bear, at the end of the day, not that I'm going to summarize it right now because I have new findings, but Gloomy Bear does have some more to his story than I had anticipated. However, it is not much. I want to talk a little bit about who Maury Chak is, and I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologize. But let's talk about the creator of Gloomy Bear for a second. Back in October of 2023, so a couple months ago, 5 or 6 months ago from time of recording, was the 20th? Yes. The 20th anniversary of Gloomy Bear has occurred at the end of last year, which is amazing, which is fantastic. But that's not necessarily when Gloomy Bear officially began. My boy, Maury Chak, was just a guy. He was an artist, he still is, and kind of guy that would doodle all over his stuff in high school. He's literally said in an interview that not much has changed between me now and me then, except I drink. Otherwise, we're the same. He listens to Nirvana and he loves Interstellar and The Iron Giant and The Butterfly Effect. Like, he's just a guy. But he started selling little postcard art once a week in Osaka. So he would go to this arcade shopping center and sell handmade postcards once a week. And he started getting a following. Back in 1995 and on, people would start showing up every week, see what new stuff he had. But he had a bunch of different characters, but the most popular one being Gloomy Bear. Now, Gloomy Bear wasn't always pink. Gloomy Bear was in a lot of different colors, but pink became the most popular one and kind of ran with it. So, of course, like, I have my gray one back there, but he comes in a lot of different colors, a lot of different styles. Over time, there has been a ton of crossover content and collaborations with other companies. There is a Star Wars Darth Vader helmet, Gloomy. There's an insane amount of crossovers with Gloomy Bear. That 4-minute video from the official Gloomy Bear channel, where it's like Maury Chak explains, when I first saw that, I didn't know who Maury was, to be honest with you. That was the 20th anniversary 4-minute interview, which is kind of insane to me. But it just shows his house and all these different works of art. Like, Gloomy Bear is a 2-meter tall grizzly bear who weighs this. Literally, the website says he's the same weight as 2,000 pomegranates. But this man's got huge sculptures of Gloomy and Pity and all the collaborations and other characters such as All-Purpose Rabbit, which I need to get into because I did not think I would learn more about All-Purpose Rabbit in the way I did, but it really shined a light on where Maury's coming from with this. I need to add some more pieces to my Lego. I think this is the piece I needed. One of those. These look like tiny phones. Hello? Where the hell is it? I think this is one of the harder parts of putting these things together. Is finding these damn corner pieces or any of these pieces. Here we go. There's one. I just have to talk shit and then it shows up. That's all I gotta do. Just gotta talk shit and it shows up. Where's your other one? Where's the other one? I think I found his ears and that's adorable. Why is it packaged like this? Who hurt them? They sorted it by pieces first. It'd be crazy if I didn't need 2 pieces and I was looking for nothing. One of those. I found these 2 pieces. Okay. So, first check. Maury Chak gained popularity fairly quickly, especially with his products. His art and his creations, his characters really started to fit the popularity of what I had pretty much inferred before, that the cute art style, the way that he draws his characters, the colors, really does fit into that popularity of Sanrio. I think Disney was another word, or another. No, that's not the one I want to use. But that's that really cute, adorable character set that's very easy to market in varieties of styles and colors and collaborations, but the darker, deeper meaning behind it. There's a message in there that finds Gloomy Bear really. Well, let's infer with the plot. The plot of the story is that Gloomy was a bear abandoned by his mom in the forest. And then we have Pity, who, correction, is Pitty. Mom threw away his shitty little teddy bear that was falling apart when he wasn't looking. And this gave him a complex. He felt some type of way about this. And so he has this trauma, this anxious attachment, if you will. He is going to ride or die for the next bear he sees. And sure enough, he finds a cub abandoned in the forest and goes, "That's mine. I have to take care of it forever." A wild animal. And does, and takes it home and gives it some pomegranates and says, "We're friends now. We're going to have pomegranates later." And sure enough, he does his best. He takes care of this little guy. He feeds him little pomegranates, even though they're not usually available. And Gloomy, or Gloomy, grows up to be a wild, not domesticated animal. Cats and dogs, they're domesticated. Bears? No. And so there's a beautiful duality that I see, and I'm sure there's more to it that I can't see, but we have a boy who, because of, I'm not a psychologist or a therapist, but I'm going to say some abandonment trauma here, thanks, Mom. And so it's now a bear that is a wild animal that is not domesticated, that he's taken care of, and it is actively hurting him because it is a wild animal that he does not have the license or the training to be caring for. It is just coexisting with him in his house. Bears don't live in houses, as much as I think that would be cool. And so Mori really leans into this, but there's also another degree of how does this reflect into relationships, like abusive relationships. Just to tap on that for a second. Like, you have somebody that you're caring for, undying love, loyalty, dedication, like, I will give you my everything, but they will just keep taking. And that natural pull between like people who give everything and people who will just take. There's something there. There's something there. I'm not going to get into it because that's not what my education's in, but there's something there. So we have this codependent, if you will, relationship between Pity and Gloomy that just kind of continues on in its cycle. So it's got that counterculture effect to it. It's not perfectly innocent and cute and sweet and just perfectly fun and fine. It is something that is cute and adorable with that flip side dark aspects to it. A lot of people attracted to just those kind of darker topics find really interesting. I am one of those people. And that's why I think, even though I had no idea about this, I think I've always thought it was really cute. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward story, even without this like deep dive, that you could just kind of pick up on. That Gloomy is very cute, but he's not sweet. You are not safe around him. But that's just charming. We love it. We love to see it. He's my comfort character. He'll just slaughter me. It's fine. But it's really interesting how Mori almost kind of, not casually, but he's just like, that's the gist. I think people shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff with undomesticated animals. Our boy Mori has 4 cats. He's got mom and dad cat, daughter, son cat, but he ain't got bears. But Gloomy Bear isn't the only character that Mori Chak has. He has a variety of characters besides Gloomy and Pity. Even in the animated series, we see a character that he uses briefly named All-Purpose Rabbit. That's the English translation. I think, how do you say? Hanyo Usagi. Hanyo Usagi is All-Purpose Rabbit, and it is very cute. All-Purpose Rabbit, I really feel like drives the point home more of Mori's stances on human and animal relationships, maybe. I'm going to try to find better words to describe it, but I'm hoping I'm making sense. All-Purpose Rabbit is a genetically modified rabbit used for humans' needs for anything. Animal testing, for labor. In the show, he literally uses All-Purpose Rabbit as a toy. But here's the thing. In that show, the animated series, it looked like All-Purpose Rabbit was just a toy. And he is not. That is alive. That creature's alive. And I found this out I went to
a YouTube channel, and it's Chax Graffito, and it's very official animations, very official looking animations on a 1.26 thousand subscriber channel with 8 videos, Chax Graffito 5894. These all look like very, very official animations, but the third one in, we have the Morichak Hanyo Usagi rollover Beethoven. It's just showing hundreds of Hanyo Usagis, our all-purpose rabbit, being used for different things. And he's got a little stamp on, like, he's got these really long ears, and he's got a little stamp on it. Almost like in the way that you would like tag an animal's ear, you know, but instead of it being like a clip-on, it's like branded almost. Doing a variety of different tasks, whether it's, you know, ears are a toy, they're tied in a bow, you name it. There's a kid literally using the rabbit as a slingshot. They're using it to like bound people's wrists. It's like it gets pretty insane while still maintaining that like cutesy aesthetic. In further reading, I see that apparently All-Purpose Rabbit and Gloomy Bear team up together. They link up to beat the shit out of humans. That's kind of nutty. There's also more characters, like varieties, like Robot Gloomy Bear, or Pity with like Gloomy Bear robot brain, or Gloomy Bear is a wolf. But there's also a sheep in wolf's clothing, so that flip flop of a wolf in sheep's clothing. So it's a sheep in wolf's clothing. I haven't done much research on that guy. I do find him fascinating. On this YouTube channel with Chax Graffito, with, you know, the initial trial product of the Gloomy Bear animation series that came out. No, pause. This YouTube channel, the most recent video is 8 years old. The oldest is 9. So the trial of the 2020 animated series is a 2-minute 55-second clip from 9 years ago that gives that basic story of where Gloomy Bear and Pity met each other. Apparently there's more characters I didn't know about, and it looks like it's just our internal organs in that Morichak style. It's a 4-minute video, and I have not had the courage to watch it yet because I don't know if that's a rabbit hole I'm ready for. Yeah, subscribe. I know he's not gonna post shit, but just in case. I don't know, it's kind of like fascinating, especially how much like content there really isn't for Gloomy Bear. Like, not a whole lot of analysis. Like, there's direct interviews with Mori, and they all kind of say the same thing. A lot of people ask kind of similar questions. I think the most fascinating question I saw on there was that they were like, "Hey, what do you listen to?" And he's like, "I'm Nirvana," like recently. But he's not like, music's really important to him, but he's not tied to one artist or anything. Like, he listens to a lot of soundtracks, and it's like, me too. Yeah, I thought it was really funny that October of 2023, he's like, "I've been listening to Nirvana while painting. It's chill." I don't know. It's so straightforward, and it's almost like, I don't want to say disappointing. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like, I feel satisfied, but I feel like, for example, if I were to go down like a Hello Kitty rabbit hole, I know there's lore for days. I think I know almost the same amount as I do. Like, I know very little about Hello Kitty in that Sanrio character collection, but I don't find it to be nearly as like fascinating as the Gloomy Bear plotline. But I feel like there could have been, but the simplicity of it in the same breath is just so nice. It's to the point. It's succinct. He's a bear, undomesticated, beats the shit out of humans because he's a wild animal. Don't domesticate animals. Be respectful to wild animals in their environment. Don't use them for our purposes. I don't know. It's just straightforward. I respect the message. I respect the artist from how much I understand of him. But what do I do from here now? Besides finish my block puzzle. My snap and switch 124 piece instruction block figure set. Like, I'm a little bit, you know, when you finish a series and you just get this emptiness inside, like, that series was really good, but there's nothing more to find. Like, I'm sure there's more to find, and then there's more characters for me to like deep dive into. There's just like nothing, I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
I guess I'll just keep buying more Gloomy Bear products.
Thank you for listening. It has been a pleasure to be back. It's time to do a little bit of outro. So you can find me on the internet at I Appreciate Your Butt. That is IAPPRECI, the number 18WTT. On Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr. You can also find this podcast as a whole at the Hyperfixation podcast or the Hyperfix pod on Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr, you name it. You can also find the network that makes this happen, the wonderful, beautiful network, Moonshot Pods, on Twitter, Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, you name it. Moonshot Pods. You can also see what we're cooking on stream or our YouTube channel at moonshot.mov, moonshot.mov. Our intro and outro music is thanks to Offuscate. That is OFUSKATE. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud. And thank you to you for your patience and being wonderful. We love you. I hope you are safe and don't die and drink some water and badoo.